Good morning, dear students. Today's topic is probiotics. Probiotics are microorganisms like bacteria and fungi which are normal inhabitants in various regions of the human body. Most of them are anaerobic, and in case of bacteria they are gram negative. Presence of these microorganisms and their products are essential for the normal physiological functions. The association formed by these microorganisms are mutualistic associations, and the microorganisms are generally called probiotics or probionts. So, probiotics are actually the symbiotic association of microorganism with the human body. So, probiotics are generally microorganisms that form normal association with the human body. So, they are otherwise known as normal microbial biota or normal microbial flora or normal microbial inhabitants of the human body. So, these probiotics are not only present in human body, they are also seen in animals also. And most of these probiotics are either bacteria or fungi, and they are anaerobic, and if it is bacteria, then it is gram negative bacteria that will form this probiotic association. And presence of this microorganism, it is essential for the normal physiological functioning of the human body, and they form mutualistic associations, and these organisms are also known as probionts. Next, these probionts, they are generally classified into three types based on the presence or based on the region in which these microbes form symbiotic association. They are normal, either seen in the skin, then they are called normal inhabitants or normal microbial flora of the skin. So, probiotics in the skin, probiotics of the gut, probiotics of the urinogenital tract. So, probiotics are microorganisms that are present in human body. They are mainly concentrated in the skin as normal inhabitants or in the gut, or they are also present in the urinogenital tract. So, these probiotics, the peculiarity of this probiote is that they form mutualistic association with the human body. So, we know that in mutualism both the partners get benefited. So, human body will provide some essential nutrients that's facilitate the growth of the microorganism, and microorganism in turn provide certain essential nutrients that facilitate our growth. So, the normal inhabitants of the skin. Normal inhabitants of the skin, human body provide microbe with the necessary nutrients for their growth, and this probiotic microorganism, they will provide certain essential nutrients like vitamins and secondary metabolite that are beneficial to the human growth. Then these normal inhabitants, it will provide protection from harmful microorganisms by creating unfavorable conditions for the pathogens. So, those microorganisms that are present in the skin, we know that skin, it is the primary contact area for any type of invading microorganism. So, in the skin, the normal microbial flora, it will provide a protection to our skin, and it will provide certain conditions that are unfavorable for the growth of the harmful pathogens. So, when harmful pathogens approach our skin, this normal microbial flora that is already present in the skin will provide an environment there which is not favorable for the growth of these harmful pathogens. So, microbes that are seen in skin are yeast, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus and Pseudomonas. So, these microorganisms under normal condition, they are very useful to human beings, and they will protect our skin, and they will provide protection from these harmful pathogens. So, the normal probiotics that are seen in the skin are yeast, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus and Pseudomonas bacteria. Yeast is a fungus. Next is normal inhabitants of the gut. So, different types of bacteria, they grow in the gut using the undigested food materials. So, we know that most of the food materials get easily digested inside our gut, but some part of the food we consume remain undigested, and with this help of this undigested food, these microorganisms in the gut will grow, and they will provide human beings with certain essential nutrients like vitamin B complex and vitamin K. So this vitamin B complex and vitamin K are produced inside our gut by the help of these microorganisms. And sometimes because of the consumption of a lot of antibiotics, or because of malnourished conditions, these probiotics, that is the normal inhabitants in our gut, will be eliminated from our body. So it will affect our normal functioning of the gut. So in order to regain the microbial growth inside our gut, we will consume certain substances that will facilitate the growth of these microorganisms. And these substances that we consume to facilitate the growth of the probiotic microbes in our gut are called prebiotic substance. So prebiotic substances are actually substances or nutrients that we consume for the growth of the probiotic microorganism in our gut. So these prebiotic substances are given to the children when they are advised to consume these antibiotics. So along with antibiotics, what happens is that antibiotics are mostly being targeted to certain specific pathogenic bacteria. But if we are consuming a very high threshold antibiotic, what happens is that the normal microbial flora in our gut also get destroyed. So in order to retain their growth, we are consuming certain prebiotic substances. So the normal microbial flora in the gut are Lactobacillus, Pseudomonas, E. coli, and they are present in the intestine. And the vermiform appendix, that is a rudimentary organ, it acts as a storehouse for this normal microorganism, and it will provide microorganism to the intestine as and when intestine requires additional supply of microorganisms. So that is about the normal inhabitants of the gut. So the normal inhabitants or the probiotics of the gut are Lactobacillus, Pseudomonas, and E. coli. And these microorganisms are essential for absorbing certain food materials. Also it helps in digestion of certain food materials, and it provides nutrients like vitamin B complex and vitamin K. And next one is the normal inhabitants of urinogenital tract. So the most prominent inhabitant of the urinogenital tract is Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus, as we know, it is a acid fermenting bacteria, and it will produce lactic acid. So lactic acid, it will lowers the pH, and so it does not allow the growth of basophilic or alkalophilic microorganism. So Lactobacillus will provide protection in the urinogenital tract against basophilic microorganism. It will always keep our urinogenital tract slightly acidic. So these are all about the association of microorganism with animals, and they will form probiotes. Which is a mutualistic association of a microbe and a human being, and they are the normal inhabitants of the human skin. It helps us in various ways, and it is these probiotic microorganisms are present in our skin, in our urinogenital tract, and in our gut. And in order to facilitate the growth of these probiotic substances or this probiotic microorganism, the substance that we consume are called prebiotic substances. Next is mutualism between microbe and animal. So in the case of animals also, these probiotics are present, and a significant mutualism exists between microbe and animal, and such association are called probiotic association. The microbial partner that form this probiotic association are called probiotics. Probiotics and probiotic association, they are found either inside or outside the body of the animal. So in case of animals also, this probiotic association can be seen either inside the body of the animal, or they can be seen outside the body of the animal. Probiotics in ruminants. Ruminants are those that herbivorous animals that will digest cellulose. So herbivores, they cannot digest cellulose, which is the major component of the plant cell. Complex and insoluble nature of the cellulose make it resistant to the digestive enzymes of these animals. Ruminants are able to digest cellulose with the help of probionts and absorb the digestion products. So this cellulosic part of the plant material is very hard to digest, because this ruminant enzymes present in the ruminant's stomach is incapable of digesting this cellulose. But they are herbivorous, they have to digest that cellulose. So with the help of microorganism that is present in the in the gut of these ruminants, they can digest the cellulose and absorb the food materials. So the probionts in ruminants, the stomach of the ruminants, they are having 4 compartments, namely rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. So among the 4 compartments, the rumen and reticulum, it harbors the probionts like bacteria, protozoa and fungi. These microorganisms that help in the breakdown of cellulose. So the gut of the ruminants, it is, or the stomach of the ruminants, it is having 4 compartments: rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. And the rumen and reticulum, it is having these probiotic microorganisms like bacteria, protozoa and fungi. And these microorganisms help in the breakdown of cellulose, and they are capable of fermenting cellulose into simpler carbohydrate like acetate, propionate and butyrate. And these probionts also help in the synthesis of vitamin B and vitamin K. And because of this production of this or the digestion of this cellulose, the byproducts produced by this process are methane, hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. And important ruminant bacteria that are seen in the gut are Methanobacterium, Streptococcus and Lactobacillus species. So these bacteria are very common in the stomach, especially in the rumen and reticulum of these ruminants. So the bacterial species are Methanobacterium, Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, and the protozoans that are common in the ruminants are Diploidium and Euploidium. And the fungus are Aneromyces and Neocalymastis. So the fungi that is present in the ruminant gut are Aneromyces and Neocalymastis. So the ruminants, that is herbivorous, cannot digest the cellulose, but because of the presence of this bacteria in their stomach, bacteria, fungi and protozoa in their stomach, they are able to digest cellulose. They are able to convert cellulose into carbohydrate, simpler carbohydrate like acetate, propionate and butyrate. And these microorganisms also help to synthesize vitamin B and K. And the microorganisms mainly include bacteria like Methanobacterium, Streptococcus and Lactobacillus species, and protozoan like Diploidium and Euploidium, and fungi like Aneromyces and Neocalymastis. So that is all about the probionts that is present in ruminants. Next is probionts that is seen in invertebrates. Probiotics in invertebrates. Many invertebrate animal, they form symbiotic association with the photosynthetic microbes. So invertebrates, they form association between photosynthetic microbes. So these association are very common in marine environment. They are seen among coral sea anemones, sponges, bivalves, polychaete worms, etc. Here microorganisms supply organic nutrients while animal provides a stable environment as well as raw materials that are essential for the photosynthetic process. So these probiotics in invertebrates are mostly photosynthetic microbes that are capable of synthesizing their own food materials. The raw materials for the synthesis of the food materials are provided by the invertebrates. The invertebrates also provide a stable shelter or a stable environment for the growth of this microorganism. This photosynthetic microorganism, they in turn give the organic material that they have synthesized as a result of photosynthesis to this invertebrate organism. And the invertebrate that form such type of association are very common in marine environment, and example include coral, sea anemone, sponges, bivalves, polychaete worms, etc. So today's class is over. So today we have studied about the probiotics, and probiotics are actually microorganisms that form association with any other organism. Either it may be human or it may be animal, and these probiotics they will form mutualistic association, and they will provide us with certain essential products that are needed for our which are very important for our physiological functioning, and they will provide us with vitamins, especially vitamin B complex and vitamin K. They help to digest our food materials, and also they will provide a protection to the the protection against the invading microorganism. And this normal microbiota that is seen in human body are present in our skin, gastrointestinal tract and urinogenital tract. And in case of ruminant animals, they help to digest the cellulose, and in case of invertebrates, they are mostly photosynthetic in nature, and they will provide the organic nutrients that they synthesize. And in turn, all these microbes obtain the food materials or the nutrients that are needed for their growth from the partner. Okay, so thank you.